Good morning, students. Today we will start your supplementary reader, Footprints Without Feet, and your prescribed lesson. The first prescribed lesson will start. That is the Midnight Visitor by Robert Arthur. Anyway, the title Midnight Visitor. The title itself hints that there is something mystery. You can expect something mystery or there is suspense in the story. Generally, people don't visit midnight. It is quite unusual time for visitors. Anyway, here the main character is Audible, who is a spy. Now you see, what is our conventional idea about a spy? Generally, what is shown in movies or in novels, a spy is supposed to be a very dashing, sort of handsome, flamboyant, smart sort of person. Generally, in films, it is a spy is portrayed in that way. For example, in James Bond's films, James Bond is quite handsome. He's quite smart, sort of. He has the qualities that attracts the audience actually. And in the Desi version of the spy, in films like Actor Tiger or you see Tiger Jinda Hai, okay. We have Salman Khan as the spy. So that is the conventional idea. When we think about a spy, we have this sort of picture, image in our mind that he's supposed to be a quite handsome person. But in reality, you see, this is a profession that is quite secretive. Generally, in day-to-day life, you are not expected to meet a real spy. They are secretive and their job definition is they have to maintain the secrecy. They are not supposed to tell what they are doing even to their family members. So that's this sort of secrecy a person who is engaged in spying has to maintain. So we have all those sort of rumors or you see, we believe that a spy lives a very different kind of life and he is a different sort of person that we generally meet in day-to-day life. But in real life, a spy may not be that handsome, he may not be that dashing, okay? But one quality he must possess, he must be very clever, he must be very cunning, shrewd. That sort of quality a spy must possess. Physical features is not important, but he must have he must be quite intelligent. Otherwise, that sort of job is, you see, he won't get that sort of job. Another important thing is to remember, generally, the secret service agencies, the intelligence agencies, in India we have RAW, we have Intelligence Bureau. In USA, it's a very famous intelligence agency, CIA. You must have heard about CIA or ISI in Pakistan or Mossad in Israel. Former KGB is the spy agency, used to be the spy agency of former USSR. So spy agencies, they employ people who are quite clever, who are adept in taking disguises also, okay, and they can easily mingle in different conditions or in situations. Anyway, here the spy, the main character is Audible, who is not at all handsome, okay. Anyway, as the story progresses, we come to know that he actually has some of the basic features that a spy is supposed to possess. Anyway, let's start. And before starting, I hope everyone has your textbook with you, because in literature subjects, be it English or Assamese or in Hindi, you have to refer constantly to the textbooks. Okay. Anyway, Audible didn't fit the description of a secret agent Fowler had ever read. Following him down the musty, damp sort of, musty means damp, smelling corridor of the gloomy French hotel where Audible had a room, Fowler felt let down. It was a small room on the 6th and top floor, and scarcely a setting for a romantic adventure. So Fowler is the writer, later you will know. He is shown as the companion of the spy Audible, who made Audible to write something about the activity of a spy actually. And Audible, you see, Fowler thinks that Audible didn't fit the description, the definition of a secret agent, and he is also living in a it's not a star hotel. It's a gloomy sort of, not bright. Gloomy here means not bright hotel, and he is living in the top floor. The 6th floor is the top floor of that particular hotel, and he was a little bit depressed, disappointed. He was hoping to meet a very handsome sort of person, but Audible turned out to be the complete opposite. Audible was, now the description of Audible. Audible was, for one thing, fat, very fat. So you see, being fat is not supposed to be a quality or feature of a spy. What we have, the idea is that a spy should be like an athlete, okay? He should have athletic figure, but here the main character, the spy, Audible, is portrayed as a very fat person. And then there was his accent. Accent means the way you pronounce word. Now you see, even in Assam, the Assamese spoken in the upper Assam is quite different. When you hear the Assamese spoken by the people of the lower Assam, okay, that is their accent. The same language, but the way the words are pronounced is different. Anyway, though he spoke French and German, passably means just good, okay. You just can understand what he is saying, that is possibly. He had never altogether lost the American accent he had brought to Paris from Boston 20 years ago. You see, his French or German had that American accent. Anyone can say, listening to his speech or hearing whatever he is saying, that he is from America, because even if he is staying there for the last 20 years, he still had that accent. People can easily know that he is basically from USA. You were disappointed. Now you see, Audible is a very shrewd, intelligent person, and from the body language of Fowler, Audible too could guess that he is not that satisfied after meeting him. Anyway, you were disappointed, Audible said, wheezily. Now, wheezily means when a person feels difficulty in breathing, noisily, okay? When there is a noise while you speak, that is called wheezily. When we have a sort of a chest infection, generally people speak that way. Well, Audible said wheezily over his shoulder, you were told that I was a secret agent, a spy, dealing in espionage. Espionage means when you are secretly collecting information about the nation or about an organization, that is called espionage. You are collecting information, but that country or that particular organization don't have any idea that somebody is collecting that information. Anyway, dealing espionage and danger. You wish to meet me because you are a writer, young and romantic. Romantic here means imaginative. Okay, you envision mysterious figures in the night, the crack of pistols, drugs, and the wine. So these are, you see, the life. Spy is supposed to live a life of danger. Okay, so far, Fowler haven't seen any such kind, any that sort of thing happening while he is with Audible. Just a general life, there is no gun battle sort of, and nothing of that mysterious situation. Anyway, instead, you have spent a dull evening in a French music hall with a sloppy fat man, untidy sort of fat man. Instead of having messages slipped into his hand by dark-eyed beauties, gets only a project here means ordinary telephone call, making an appointment in his room. Now we see, so far Fowler haven't seen anything that he had read about. Okay, no exchange of gunfire. You see, another thing, important thing is that generally what happens, a spy that is shown as shown in the pictures from movies or in novels, a spy is supposed to have a female companion, a smart, beautiful looking sort of female companion, and who assists him, okay, in his endeavor, okay, in his works, okay. But here you see the situation itself is not that he envisioned, that he thought about. Well, instead of going to some nightclubs where all those things happening, they just spent that evening in a music hall. Okay, that is quite, he didn't think that it could happen. Okay, drugs in the wine. Instead, you have spent a dull evening in a French music hall with a sloppy, untidy, as I told you, fat man who, instead of having messages slip into his hand by dark-eyed beauties, gets only a project telephone call, making an appointment. So far, Fowler had seen him just receiving a call, okay, nothing else. You have been bored, okay. You see, being a shrewd person, very clever person. Now you see, being a spy, from the body language of the person, Fowler Audible could, say what that person is thinking. Okay, so the fat man chuckled when you, laugh without producing any sound. Okay, when you laugh quietly, that's called chuckle. To himself, as he unlocked the door of his room and stood aside to let his frustrated guest enter. So, they reached their room on the 6th floor, and Audible unlocked the key, lock, and he stood aside to let Fowler enter the room. You are disillusioned, now disappointed. And suppose when somebody is thinking about seeing something, but he didn't see that. Okay, that was why he was quite disappointed. Audible told him, but take care means be happy, my young friend. Presently means after a while, you will see a paper, a quite important paper for which several men and women have risked their lives. Come to me. Now you see, you don't have to lose heart. Audible in the patronizing, tone says that so far you haven't seen any, witnessed any adventure. Okay, now, but the real adventure, you will witness the real adventure. After a while, you will be witness to a very historic sort of event. Somebody will come and he will deliver a very important paper, sort of a document to Audible. Okay, that is very important document, and it has the potential to change the course of history. This is such an important document. Okay, come to me, and it is very, it's a very valuable sort of document, very important document, and spies from different countries have risked their lives. Okay, someone has to go to prison, while he's trying to get that document, and the police has captured. Somebody may have lost their lives also. So this is, you see, so he says that many persons have risked their lives while obtaining that particular document. Soon that paper may well affect the course of history. So it is very important, document. Okay, and he is predicting that someday that particular document will change the course of history. Now you see, what happens, a letter, okay, I am just telling you a historical fact, letter of Einstein to Roosevelt, okay, telling him about the possibility of making a nuclear bomb has changed the course of history. In the Second World War, the American doesn't have any idea that such a bomb could be made, but Einstein wrote the letter to the then US President Roosevelt, and he just informed him that if you don't make haste, German may make the bomb. It can be made, okay, and that's why the result of that letter is the Manhattan Project, okay, where scientists and engineers, they were trying to make the atom bomb. Anyway, as he spoke, okay, was able to close the door behind him, so they just entered the room. Then he switched on the light. So it was the switch on the light, and as the light came on, as the room was lighted, Fowler had his first authentic means real trail of the day. So far, it was just an ordinary day passed with a seemingly ordinary person. He doesn't look like a spy, as I told you. Audible, for the first time, when Audible switched on the light, Fowler felt the first authentic thrill of the day. What is that? For halfway across the room, it means in the middle of the room, a small automatic pistol in his hand stood a man. So they could see suddenly when Audible switched on the light that the person was standing brandishing a gun. Okay, that is quite, Fowler didn't expect that such situation may arise. So he was thrilled, because he is not of that particular profession. So he has never encountered anybody with a gun. Okay. Audible's, case is different. He is professional spy, so he is mentally prepared to face such eventualities. Anyway, a small automatic pistol in his hand stood a man. Audible blinked in a few times. Blinked, okay. Close your eyes and open your eyes. That's called blink. Max, he wheezed. You gave me quite a start, so you surprised me. Okay, Max. Now that person, the intruder. Intruder means when somebody came, secretly without permission. Okay, that is called intruder. Now Max is the intruder, and Max is the midnight visitor. Okay, here Max himself is the midnight visitor. Anyway, Max, you gave me quite a start. I thought you were in Berlin. What are you doing in my room? So he's asking why you were here. I thought you were in Berlin. Now Max is another spy. Okay, Max was slender. Slender means thin. It's not that fat like Audible. He was thin, and graciously thin means he is not thin in the negative way. Okay, Max was slender, a little less than tall, with features that suggested slightly crafty. Crafty means very clever. Okay, cunning. Pointed countenance. Countenance is the shape of the face. Okay, it is the countenance of a fox. There was about him, aside from the gun, nothing special menacing. Menacing means threatening. Since he is holding the gun, okay, that is something to be scared of. Otherwise, bodily, he is not that frightening. Okay, the report he murmured. When you say something, okay, that is not quite audible, that is called murmured. The report that is being brought to you tonight concerning some new missiles, I thought I would take it from you. Okay, it will be safer in my hands than in yours. Now, Max is another spy. Now we know that, we come to know that the paper is about some missiles. Okay, maybe the design of the missile, or maybe maybe some other technical information about a particular missile. So this is very important information from the security point of view. Okay, so he says that I know that a particular report will be delivered to you, and I have come here to collect that document from you. Okay, and okay. Okay, let's call it a day in the first session, and we'll continue in the second session. Okay, thank you.